guys, I have so much I want to show you. Hi, my name is Taylor and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time coming across my channel, hopefully you consider subscribing and joining the family, okay? Grab yourself a plate. We would love to have you. Trust me, like we really would. We're not just saying that. But today I want to show you a few things I got this month while I was thrifting. So I went to 2 thrift stores in Austin. I got some really cool stuff. One of those stores was actually a little bit strange because they only accepted cash. And then the second store, which was like just off of the east side of the 35, it was huge. Like it was so big. If I can remember, I'll try to put video to show you just a portion of the store. But I really prefer the second store as opposed to the first one because I feel like they had so much variety. And on January 1st, every single thing in the store is gonna be 50% off. So I have a feeling that that's probably something fun to do on January 1st. But I definitely have a few tips for you guys if you're considering thrifting. I think the number one tip is going in there looking for something kind of like in particular. Like me personally, I have a list on my iPhone which is just basically things that I'm trying to like add to my closet, like trying to fill some voids in my closet. So I pretty much have been like shopping with a purpose these past few months, looking for very specific things or very interesting things. I really thrift to find things that are hard to find, or you know, sometimes I'm looking for something quirky. Even if I do happen to go into a thrift store looking for like absolutely nothing, like just looking around, I'm always looking for those like very heavy hitting pieces that are just so different, like unexpected, and just kind of like aren't so current. I kind of stay away from things that are like brand new with tags on them unless like it was something like older that just never got worn. I don't like stuff that's like really contemporary, like something that was maybe in the store this year or like a few months ago. That's just me personally. I'm looking for like the rare pieces when I go thrifting. I also would recommend when you go shopping, most thrift stores, they always have like colors that are more discounted than others. Like maybe certain tags like have like 50% off. I would say that's the most common number I see is like 50% off, and they say, okay, everything with a red tag or blue tag or white tag or a green tag is 50% off. So when you walk into the store, really pay close attention to that. Number 3, this is probably the biggest one. This probably should have been the first one. Me personally, if I know I'm going thrifting, I wear like the sleekest, slimmest clothing like possible in my closet. Like a pair of leggings, a very thin shirt, or something with like a lot of layers if it's wintertime when you're shopping, because unfortunately not all thrift stores are created equal. Goodwills and, you know, Salvation Armies for the most part are always gonna really have like a fitting room. When you go to more like mom and pop type consignment stores, or some that are like newer or like smaller, like in space, they may not have a fitting room. Or if they do have a fitting room, they may like limit your items like very like to a small amount of items, like 3 or 4 items or 6 items, and it just makes it really difficult to try things on. So me personally, I think though it can be a little bit awkward and honestly like a little bit ill-fitting to like try on clothes in public, I would definitely say sometimes it's necessary to do it. You know, slip on that blazer on top of your shirt. Like for instance, a shirt like thin like this would be perfect, right? You know, if you're trying on a sweater, just throw it over your head. If you're trying on pants, just slip them over. If you're wearing leggings, you know, it's not a big deal. So I'll probably have more tips for you guys later down the road. But I think those are like the biggest tips I can give you, honestly. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these things. So what I plan on doing, honestly, is just talking through the items with you, and then I'll show you like me trying on the item very briefly, or maybe I'll even replay it if necessary. So the first item that I've just picked up out of my pile is this pencil skirt. I honestly think it might be like older. It's this brand called Norton McNaughton. It's 100% wool, so it feels like older, but the way that it fits is a little bit more contemporary. That's why I'm trying to decide, like, is it new? Or is it like maybe something in the 80s or 90s or like the early 2000s? I'm not sure, but this fit actually really well. And you know, I'm a curvy person. I am a self-proclaimed big booty Judy. And I really liked the way that this fit. I really appreciated that. And I honestly feel like pencil skirts are making quite a comeback. They were really big in the 2010s when I was going to college. And also, honestly, I just missed this era by a hair. Like, I was like turning 18, 19, so I was getting in clubs. Like, okay, I was getting in the clubs, but I couldn't drink. So I don't know if this is everywhere, but in Florida, they had like these clubs where you can get in if you were 18 and over. Like, you didn't have to be 21 necessarily to get in the clubs. And y'all, during this time, like, I don't know how I could describe this, but like, people were wearing business clothes to the club. Like, a pencil skirt and like a nice button down or like a belt or something, or like heels and like tights. Like, people were wearing that to the club. And I vividly remember going into the club on a few occasions and men were like wearing like full business like suits in the club. Like, I can't make this up. If you don't believe me, I'm sure maybe people have done videos or like talked about this, but like from like 2008 to really like 2013 or so, 2014, like there was some interesting stuff. I don't know why people were in the clubs wearing like polos and like and khaki pants and like Sperry's and full suits, and like they were just got off of work. But I say all that to say, when I saw this pencil skirt, it really brought me back, and I'm really excited to wear this. I honestly feel like a pencil skirt is never going out of style, especially when you have a curvier figure, because business attire is really hard to find when you have a curvier figure. But whether a you know, a skirt is like tighter on you or a little bit looser, something about the pencil skirt just always looks professional. You know, even despite what material it's made out of, I don't know. I think that that's just like a very timeless silhouette in my opinion. So I was really happy to get this. Okay, next we actually have another skirt. Let me zip it up so you can get like a better idea. This skirt is by a brand called Worthington, and it's actually like a petite size. So it is a little bit short on me, I'm not gonna lie. And I actually wore this the other day. And I don't know, I really had an idea in mind of like how I wanted to wear this skirt. First of all, like the construction of it is like actually really cool. I don't know if you can see the paneling and like the way that it's put together. It makes it look very expensive in my opinion. And I love the like ruffle detail at the bottom. But I love to wear skirts like this with tights. Like, that was my like intention. I went in the thrift stores with a mission, like if I find something, I'm really looking for this type of item. I love mini frilly girly skirts. Like, I do. I don't know why, but I think I've always been kind of obsessed with like items that are hard for me to find. And again, because I'm curvier, it's really hard for me to find items that give me like the feel and like the frilliness, because sometimes items like this just either fit very poorly on me or like look very frumpy because I have a big butt. But this actually looked quite cute. The only thing about it is every time I wear tights with this, it like bunches up in the back and it kind of looks like really short. So I'm trying to figure out if I can just buy tights that are like a rougher texture so it doesn't like slide up. But I really actually love the length that this falls on me naturally. And for some reason, I actually wish all skirts were like this, but it's like it's like longer in the back than it is in the front, like ever so slightly. So even though I have a bigger butt, it looks like pretty even in the front and back. And I was like, wow, how clever is that? You know, I wish every brand did stuff like that when it came to like short skirts, because it just made it look so much more like polished and like put together, honestly. Because it didn't like ride up in the back. I don't know how to describe it, but I really do like this skirt. And if I remember, I might have taken a picture in this. Did I take a picture in this? If I take a picture in it, I'll try to like post it, but I don't know if I did. Okay, next we have another skirt. I love this skirt, and it was too tight on me because I tried it on with like a pair of leggings, and I was like, you know what? I love this skirt so much. It was only $4.99, so I'm gonna buy it anyway. And when I got home, first of all, the tag said a size 8, right? The tag says a size 8. When I got home, I actually read the inner tag, and it's a size small, and it's from Shein, okay? So, and actually it's pretty good quality, honestly, to come from Shein, because I shop at Shein a lot, and I was actually surprised to see this quality from Shein. So it is a size small. So I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, the reason why I bought it in the first place is because despite it being tight, it's still zipped up. So it fit me in the waist. It just kind of like scrunched up my booty. So I was like, okay, if I lose a few pounds, I can get it. But then when I got home, I realized that it was actually a size small. So one, I felt a little bit better about that because I was like, ooh, I never really had a chance of fitting this in the first place. Like, I would actually be surprised if I was like fitting a small in bottoms. I can fit small in the top pretty consistently depending on what it is. But this, I was like, maybe I should have left it. But honestly, I don't know. I have visions for this skirt. Like, I see myself like wearing this with like a graphic top. I love like graphic tees. I always have, whether they're oversized, whether they're tighter, whether they have like music on it, whether it's even male or female, I don't really care. But I always love like a white tee or something and then tucking it in with something like this. I don't know when I'll be able to fit this like consistently where it like looks really good and I'll want to wear it over and over. But I'll tell you what else I love about it. Aside from it being like leopard, and I love leopard, like leopard and snakeskin are like my favorite animal prints. It has pockets on the side, so that's really cool. And it has a split in the front. I've always loved front splits as opposed to back slip. Well, I've always preferred front slips as opposed to back slips. I don't know, or slits. Is it slip or slit? Let's just say it's slit. I prefer front slits to back slits. And what I love about this one is it's like not very deep. And when you have a curvier figure, like a lot of times when you sit down, like skirts tend to ride up a little bit. Like even if this rides up, it's not gonna like show my cooch, and I'm really happy about that. So hopefully one day I will be able to wear this proudly and be so excited about it. But I already said in my mind, if I can't fit this by next year, well, next year it's just in a few days, but if I can't fit this sometime next year, I have no problem putting it on eBay and letting somebody else find the happiness that it's given to me. So gosh, I got a lot of skirts, y'all. I've also been on the quest for a denim skirt. I have a few denim skirts actually. I got rid of one, a black one, so that's why I was happy to find this one. But I got rid of a black one because it kept like riding up, which led me to believe it just like wasn't the proper fit for me. And also it was like a mini skirt. When I saw this skirt, it was only $3.99, so that was like really exciting, right? Like that's a great price, right? And then also, it's kind of long, like it actually falls like just above my knee. So I didn't really worry too much about it riding up, and that was like really exciting and appealing to me, honestly. I love that it's like a dark denim because it kind of replaces the previous skirt that I had to like donate. But other than that, it's kind of like basic. It has like a few like ripped kind of like distressed look at the bottom, pockets. It has kind of like this like slight slit in the front, so that's cool. It looks very retro, honestly. And the way that I plan on wearing this is probably with like some thigh-high boots or like some boots that like hit my knee. I see that like, yeah, I think that's probably the move for something like this, honestly. And it actually fits. It's pretty flattering. It could fit a little bit better in the waist, but like I'm not mad at it whatsoever, so we're moving on. Okay. This actually goes against one of the cardinal rules I told you about, like not liking stuff like super contemporary and not necessarily going after stuff that's like new with tags. But this skirt was from Zara and it has a tag on it for $39.90, and I got it for $6.99, and it is a size medium, and it's a little bit retro. I don't know if you guys remember this like type of skirt. I don't know, every time I saw stuff like this that was kind of like overlapping, it always reminded me of like petals on a flower. So that's like the way that I would describe this style. I feel like this style was kind of really popular, honestly, maybe like probably when I was in college, from maybe like 2012 to like 2015, something like that. But this is probably newer than that, honestly, because it has like the QR codes. But I still think that even though, you know, this isn't like exactly my style, I like the way that it fits. And I told you I'm looking for very like dainty mini skirts. So with a pair of tights, I think that this would actually still really hit. Like, and even though it's white, I'm probably still gonna wear it in the winter. I can see myself wearing it with like some opaque like black tights or like red tights and maybe like a cute blazer or like a sweater. And I feel like this is just kind of like my vibe, like, you know, just simple shoes, Mary Jane's. And I don't know, something about this is just like very girly, very preppy. And like I said, it fits pretty well considering my body type. So I was actually just really surprised, and I was like, shoot, for $6.99, I'll spend that. $6.99 is not bad, okay? I like it. And it's a little bit stretchy too, so that's really cool. And unfortunately, I have like a white skirt that kind of gives a similar vibe that I've had in my closet for years, probably maybe 8 or 9 years now. And it fit when I bought it, but I never like wore it immediately. And it was like my favorite skirt. I probably tried it on like dozens of times, but now it's just a little too tight. Like, I hate when things zip up, but they don't like fit, you know? Because just because something, like you can get something on, doesn't mean it's like your correct size. And I wish people understood that more. Like, I actually feel like I need to write some rules and like make a little funny video for like TikTok or YouTube to really, like, you know, let people know like it's okay. You don't have to be so married to a size. Like, just because you're like always a size 6 doesn't mean if something looks kind of weird on you that you can't go like up or down a size, you know? I understand that sentiment, don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes you're just like, over my dead body am I buying, you know, a size or 2 up, but it's just clothes. Like, it's unserious. So buy your size that fits, and if something doesn't fit you, just leave it alone for, you know, right now. That's the way I feel about it. Just because you can get something on doesn't mean it fits, okay? So that skirt, as much as I love that skirt, it doesn't fit. I don't like the way that it looks on me anymore, and I just don't want to sell it because I love the skirt so much. So for the meantime, this will fill that void in my closet, and I actually cannot wait to wear something like this. And I'll probably wear it soon. Okay, y'all, these pants are probably hands down my favorite thing that I got. And again, this also is new with tags. It goes against my rule of, you know, okay, I'm not trying to find like super new stuff, but again, we're filling voids in our closet. I have been looking for a pair of leather pants for a very long time. Oh gosh, it's probably for years. Like, I used to have like these leather trousers, like, no. I used to have these leather joggers that I got maybe like in 2014 or 2015. And I wore those joggers into the ground. I took them all over the world. Like, I took them to Paris with me. I took them to Spain with me, and I loved them. They just, to be honest with you, I don't know why I ever got rid of them. That was like such a timeless like pair of pants. Maybe I got too big and I didn't feel comfortable wearing them anymore. But I will say they were super popular at that time because Kanye had this was like peak Kim and Kanye era. And he started like this worldwide trend from maybe like 2013, 2014, 2015 of like leather joggers. And y'all, people were, like the internet, people were in a chokehold with these leather joggers and like leather shorts. And all the designers were making like leather joggers in particular. And it was like so impractical because it's like leather pants, okay, but like, do we need like an athletic version type of leather pants? Like, and that's what joggers were to me. Like, it made it so casual, but at the same time, they were like so comfy, and like they like dressed up like a really good sneaker. I don't know how to describe it. So I never really kind of lost that desire for like a nice pair of leather pants. I just was never able to find them until literally last week. So I found these pants. They're from Banana Republic. Look at the pleating. Okay, it's giving trouser at the top, but you guys, look, it's like a jogger at the bottom. How cool is that? Like, and I don't know, it says that these are a size 4, but y'all, they are so big. Like, they are so big. So when I saw it on the rack, I was like, oh, a size 4, I can't fit it. But then I was like, I'm looking at the hips. I'm like, these hips are wide. Like, maybe I should try it. Let me just see. Y'all, I put them on and they fit. They definitely could fit a little bit better, don't get me wrong. Like, if I lost a few pounds, they would even be like chef's kiss. But the fact that I could get these on, I was like, oh, I'm getting it. The only thing is, they were like a lot more expensive than almost everything else in the store. Like, these pants were $15.99. And obviously that's not a lot of money because originally the tag on this says $90. But I will say that that was like a very high price point for that thrift store. Like, everything in that thrift store was very affordable. Like, everything I showed you just so far was between like $4.99 and $6.99. These were $15.99, okay? And I honestly think the highest pair of pants I saw was like maybe $9.99. So I was like, I really kind of had to decide, like, do I want this? Like, and it wasn't a color that was on sale, but I just said, you know, this is kind of like a once in a lifetime type of purchase. And you don't really see stuff like this so often. It's like a vegan leather. It's very comfortable. It has like belt straps if I wanted to put straps. It has actual pockets. Like, these are not faux pockets back here. And I just, again, I found the way to just feel like this is kind of dressy at the top and like casual at the bottom. So of course, I feel like I could wear this with like a nice belt and a graphic tee or with a blazer. Like, I'm on the quest, honestly, for like a leather blazer. I would love a leather blazer or a moto jacket or something. I wouldn't wear a moto jacket with this, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I feel like this would just look really good with perhaps another leather blazer or just like a regular blazer. But I'm really excited to wear these pants. I have so many plans for these pants, and I really think they're gonna fill a void in my closet. I'm actually just like sure of it, honestly. Next, y'all, look at this vest. Look at this vest. Like, look at the detail. Can I tell if it's men's or women's? I can't. The tag from the thrift store says women's vest, but this is like a very big small, if this is like small for a woman, okay? But that didn't stop me. I put it on and I was like, oh, I've been looking for like a retro vest because I had one vest in college that I wore into the ground. I still have it to this day. Over 10 years I've had it. I want to pull it out for like the holiday season. Why haven't I pulled it out? I don't know. We're in December. But I love that vest, and I was just like, oh, it would be so nice to like have another vest. Y'all, I saw this vest and I was like, I think I want it. And it happened to be on sale. So the original price was $5.99. I got it for 50% off. So I paid $3, like $2.99 for it. And I was like, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. It has like a faux pocket on the left side, a faux pocket. Is this a real pocket? No, damn. Okay, 2 faux pockets, left and right side. You can adjust the size in the back. So I thought that was really cool. And I just really like the colors. It's kind of giving paisley, but not really. It's just different and it's bright. And I just feel like with like a bold earring and like a bold like red or pink fuchsia lip, this is really gonna eat. And I am really into wearing tights and like mini skirts right now, so I would love to maybe like play this up and wear it with like a tight mini skirt and like some tights and like some heels. So, or like heel boots. Yeah, boots or booties, something like that. So really excited about this. And I love the lining. Write in the comments if you've ever heard the rule that the lining of clothing, like especially like the wilder or funkier it is, that's like giving you an indication of like what colors would go with the actual item. That's something my mother always told me when I was younger, that like when you pay attention to like the lining used in like shirts and coats and like, you know, skirts, like the inner material, because it always kind of can give you a hint of like what would look good with that item. Like it's, I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is true, but that's just something I heard from my mom when I was younger. So if you've heard that before, let me know in the comments. Okay, next, y'all, I did not need these pair of jeans. I need a pair of jeans like I need more bills, okay? But these jeans, I tried them on in the store and they were like surprisingly cute. And then I looked at the tag and I was like, oh, they're Old Navy jeans. And I will say, Old Navy like mom jeans usually fit me really well because they're like big in the hips. So these jeans are sky-high wide leg jeans with secret smooth pockets. So I tried it on and I was like, okay, it fits my hips. Then I looked at the bottom and I'm like, okay, they're wide leg. They fall at a decent length and I love the color. Like I have always liked this color. I feel like it's kind of gone out these past few years, but I still really like this color jean. So I decided to pick it up and these were $9.99, which again, was like on the higher end for stuff in the store, but ultimately I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of use out of these pants, whether I wear them by themselves, like with a top or something, or maybe with like a jacket or a blazer. I think that they'll come in handy. And again, I was more focused on the fit. I felt like they fit surprisingly well to be like a box store, you know, like from Old Navy. Like they don't stretch or anything like that. It's really hard to find jeans that fit that aren't stretchy. So the fact that this fit in the waist and fit, you know, in the hips, even though they don't stretch, I was like, you never find that, so it's worth buying. So I bought it. And I like the wide leg too. I'm slowly but surely like such a big fan of wide leg jeans. I'm really like a big fan of statement jeans in particular. Like the wilder, the more unique, the better. So if it's wide leg, if it has like cool stitching or pattern or print on it, I'm all for it. And I'm actually really on the quest for like unique jeans and baggy jeans. I love baggy jeans, and because I feel like something about baggy jeans allows you to like wear like a sexier top, and it makes like the outfit like unserious. Like it's not so serious, like you can play and have fun with it. And sometimes I don't really get to do that with clothes. So and also a lot of baggy type stuff looks kind of frumpy when you have a curvier figure. So I've been like blessed enough to find like some jeans that aren't super fitting but still like give me that vibe, and I'm really grateful for it because again, it like allows me to like wear like a sexy top, like a sexy crop top or something, but then it's still like kind of easy breezy at the bottom. So love that. Y'all, this is probably my favorite thing. Like aside from the leather pants, this is probably my favorite thing that I bought, and I was like so hesitant to even buy this. And this is like, again, more a pricier piece from that thrift store. It was $11.99. I love this. It gives grandma but something about like the gold and the black just gave like regal, and like the print that it's in, it's like embroidered on. Like I love this. And I was like, okay, how am I gonna wear this? Like, what am I gonna do with this? Oh, my earring came out. Hold on. What am I gonna do with this? And I was like, okay, it looks kind of like a blazer or like part of a suit set. I'll just wear it as like a jacket or a shacket. with like a shirt underneath, or I'll wear it with like a skirt, or I wear it with some jeans or something like that. So it's a large. It probably would have fit a little bit more intentionally if it was a medium, but I really look at how things fit on the shoulders when I'm buying like coats and jackets and stuff, and this fits on the shoulders. So I was like, look, maybe this is the right size, you know? It fits on the shoulders. Maybe the medium would have been a little tight, I don't know. But I just love, love, love this. Like, I think it's so different, and it's like giving Jackie Kennedy a little bit. But me personally, I'm gonna find a way to make it a little bit more casual and have a little bit more fun with it. So I just want to show you a little bit closer up like how nice the material is, and like it's just so, it has so much texture and like so much depth to it. It's really a unique piece, and I've never heard of this brand, Drapers and Damons, and it's just made out of polyester. Like, it's not something super fancy, but I wouldn't be surprised if like back in the day, you know, a more high-end designer made something like this. Like, I really, really like this, and it looks like to be in such great condition, honestly. Like, it has all of its buttons. I don't see like snags or like rips and tears. This was a cop. I really like this. Okay. Next we have a wild card. Like, this top is giving like Sherlock Holmes. Like, this top is giving, I wish I had a magnifying glass and like I'm trying to solve a murder mystery, okay? Like, oh, I feel like, I don't know, like, okay, I'm trying to paint a picture for you guys. I honestly, I couldn't tell whether this top was like, okay, this is gonna be hard to follow, so hopefully I'm just gonna show you what it looked like with me wearing it. But long story short, I couldn't figure out whether it was a vest or whether it was a shirt. They actually have it under the category of blazers. It was $6.99, but I tried it on and I was like, I actually think that I could wear this by itself. Oh, my earring's coming out, you guys, hold on. I actually think I could wear this by itself, or if I wanted to like wear it like in a more professional way, I think that it would actually even look good with a bodysuit or something like this underneath. Like, but something like with long sleeves specifically, because it kind of has like this kind of cape, like a mini cape coming out of it. I don't know. This is like the strangest thing I've ever purchased in a long time, honestly. It's actually giving like how clothes looked in the early 2000s. And again, I might be like unlocking like a core memory. I don't know how to say this in a nice way, because like, shout out to a lot of the designers in the early 2000s. There were some designers that were like getting it right, okay? And I think like, you know, Sex and the City, like some of these high-end designers, and then think about like what fashion was like for like younger people during that time. Like Sex and the City, that was like a mature crowd. Like, they were in their 30s and 40s, right? Think about how teenagers and like a lot of Y2K fashion, like the early stages of it were. The confusion. The fashion was like very, very, very confusing. Like, the belts were too big. Like, people were wearing belts on top of their pants as opposed to like in loops or like to hold them up. Like, people were wearing like lingerie and like jeans to the club. I don't even know how, like the trucker hats. Like, I look at some pictures of when I was like a kid, or like I look at like Paris Hilton and like people that were really it at the time. Like, people were wearing like jogging suits on red carpet, like Juicy Couture jogging suits on red carpets, okay? Like, it was a strange time for fashion. And so when I saw this, I was like, something about this is giving me like 2003. Like, I don't know. Like, look at the back. Like, tell me I don't look like I'm going to solve a murder mystery. Like, but I was so intrigued by this. And then I was like, the fact that it was only $7, I was like, God wants me to have it. It's not even really my size. Like, it's a small. I probably could have did a medium, but I mean, again, I'm sitting down, but I don't know. I just saw, I had visions for this shirt. Like I had visions for this shirt or vest or whatever it is, or blazer, whatever it is. I was like, picture it, close your eyes and imagine, okay? Red lip, okay? Black tights, black skirt, red heels, red pumps. Like, can you see it? Can you see it? Maybe like a cute little hat, like a beret or something. Because we're not going full investigator. Like, we're not going full Sherlock Holmes and like wearing a fedora or something. Like, we're not doing all that, okay? But I just thought that this was like so interesting, and I feel like maybe I could wear this to church or to the office. Like, I don't know, but this was just something that just unlocked a childhood memory, and I was like, I have to have it. I don't know why, but it's calling my name, and nobody else is gonna appreciate it the way that I do. Like, I'm gonna find a way to make this work. So I got it, okay? We're down to the home stretch, you guys. Oh, I should probably go get some of the accessories too. Hold that thought. Let me get the accessories so I can finish this out strong. Okay. Okay. We also got this sweater. I got this from the first thrift store. Most of this stuff is from the second thrift store. I got 3 items like that I'm gonna show you. I got the black mini skirt from that store. I got this item. Oh, hold on. I totally forgot about this item. So, unfortunately, I don't have like a try on haul to show you guys that, but just use your imagination. And even if I don't have something to show you for that, like I have a story behind that one. But let's get back to this. So I got this really cool like sweater. And again, this is kind of giving like early 2000s, you know, because it's a little bit strange, it's a little bit odd. And again, the way that I'm like deciding on how old something is or trying to like date something is by like this is just confusing a little bit, and it's a little bit awkward, and I'm like, this has to be like the early 2000s because that's how fashion was during that time. It didn't make any sense. So basically it's like a low like cleavage bearing cardigan with just a few buttons, but then you can also like make it tighter, like you can cinch in the waist, but then the sleeves kind of fall like right at your elbow, or maybe like a little bit past your elbow. If I'm trying to recall, like maybe I need to put it on. Yeah, it kind of falls like a little like basically at your elbow, and they're kind of like ballooning a little bit, like flaring a little bit. And the reason why this is confusing, because it's like you don't often see sweaters at that length. Like they're either like vest, or they're either like go all the way down to your wrist. Like this falls like here, so it's odd. And then it also has like you know, the top open like a cardigan. A lot of cardigans, to be honest with you, despite when they were made, a lot of cardigans are kind of confusing to me because I never know what type of shirt to wear with cardigans. Like, I feel like cardigans and like turtlenecks look good on men, but for me, they kind of just make me look flat chested, like wearing a turtleneck and a cardigan. I don't know why, but that's like my opinion. So I was a little bit confused as to like how I would wear this, because I can't wear it like a long sleeve, because then the sleeves would be poking out, and then I like can't wear it with like a V-neck because it looks so dressy. So I was like, the only way to wear this is to like wear it to dinner or something and just be sexy and like wear it with a bra. Like, yes, it's coming very low cut. Even though it looks businessy, I'm laughing because I was like, oh, this looks businessy, but I'm gonna have to sexy it up a little bit. And then that reminded me again of like people wearing the work attire to the club, because this is definitely giving like work a little bit, but it also has elements that are like sexy about it if you wear it without the shirt. Honestly, this one just looks better like on somebody who was like bustier, but I really liked it and I loved the quality. Like, I've never heard of this brand, J. Jill, but I thought that the quality was like really nice, and it looks to be in such good condition that I was like, okay, let me check it out. I don't think this is maybe more than like, hold on, I have some of the tags here. Yeah. This was like $5.99. So I'm working on trying to figure out how to wear it, but I definitely think I'm gonna get a few uses out of these for sure. Okay. Okay, well, kind of staying in that same element. I was in the men's section and I found this top, but guess who designed this top? Like, do you recognize this tag? If you're really into fashion, you're gonna know who like makes this tag. Okay, if you don't know who it is, the answer is Maison Margiela. And I was so surprised because this is a men's top, but it's like a size, like it's a small size. Like, I don't know if it's a size small, but it's like a smaller size. So it's a size 40. And then it's kind of like a European fit, so it's like also a little bit tight. So I put it on and I was like, huh, this is interesting. It fits me in the top, and then it's kind of tight on the hips because it, you know, men's shirts are long. So I said, oh my gosh, I could totally like wear this completely unbuttoned to the navel and then have it flare out at the bottom like a little blazer kind of. So I can wear this with like a mini skirt, some tights. How many times have I said that? Like, I'm gonna wear something with a mini skirt and some tights. Like, how many times have I said that in this video, okay? But something about this, like, as I looked, because I was like just going through the section, one thing I didn't like about that store in particular is that first store was not like the second store. Like, they had pretty reasonable prices across the board. But the first store, the one that just only took cash that I told you about, they made stuff more expensive if it had the tag on it. They didn't care where it came from. They didn't care like how old it was. If it still had the tag on it, they marked the price up. Like, they were charging like $40 for this Sofia Vergara shirt. Sofia Vergara stuff is sold at Walmart. It was probably not even $40 at Walmart. Like, I don't even know if the tag said $40, like the Sofia Vergara tag. And they were charging $40 for it in that store. I was like, hell no. But then you're gonna charge $9.99 for a Maison Margiela shirt. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, either you didn't know who Maison Margiela was, or your like system, how you like choose to price things doesn't make sense for me. But me, I put this on and I was like, look, this is a men's shirt, but I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna rock it. Because people like me who have a smaller bust, we really can like pull off like the really deep plunging necklines. And especially somebody like me with broad shoulders, I can pull off men's clothing very well. Like, I actually have a lot of men's clothing. I have a lot of men's blazers. I have a lot of like men's shirts and stuff that I wear. I love unisex fashion. I don't really care the gender. That's why I never get on like men for like shopping in like women's sections and stuff, because it's like I shop in men's section, you know? But I wish I could have tried this on for you guys. I'm not gonna have time because I really want to put this video up. But just again, picture how I said it. It fits at the top and it's tighter at the bottom. So I'm gonna like button it to like here, and then I'm gonna have the bottom kind of unbuttoned and wear it over like a tight skirt. It could even be pants or like leggings or something too, but it has to be like a high quality legging because I want to make this look more expensive. So that's my vision for it. And if you can see a little bit closer, look at the little details on this. Like, look at the way that it's sewn. I definitely could tell like this wasn't like a regular type of shirt. Like, I've washed it. That's another thing. I really do prefer to like wash my thrifted clothes, because like you don't know what these clothes have been through. They could have been somebody's attic. They could have had, you could be bringing bed bugs. Like, you don't know what you're bringing into your house. So I really do like to wash things before I wear them. But you know, so you're probably not getting the full effect because this shirt's gonna look a lot different once I steam it and everything. But I mean, it's really wrinkled because I just washed it. But I have plans for this shirt and I'm really excited about it. So I thought that was like a really cute, interesting find. Okay, lastly for the clothes, we have this kind of pullover sweater vest thing. Like, I'm calling it like a vest because one, you could wear it by itself. Like, you could wear it as like a regular shirt, or you can wear it with like something like I'm wearing now, like a bodysuit, and wear it with something with long sleeves. It all depends on like your vibe and what you're going for. But I will say that this is like very long. So I don't know, depending on how like you style things, you could probably wear this with shorts, a mini skirt and some tights. A mini skirt and some tights. But the thing about it is, it's like cut out on the sides and has like this, you know, like some straps that you can like tie it together. But it's relatively like open on the side. So it just was like a very interesting top. I know for a fact I didn't need this, but it's by Ann Taylor, which I didn't realize until now, honestly. It's $8.99. I feel like that was a good price for that. I've always believed in like certain brands as far as like women's fashion. Like when I was younger, J. Crew, it was like all people talked about. I feel like they've fallen off, you know, over the past few years, honestly. I think honestly it's because like one of their biggest like creative directors left, like and it was a woman too. I can't remember her name. I remember very vividly because my aunt, when I was in high school, she brought me like Vogue magazine because she never liked the way that I dressed. She thought I always dressed hoochie. And I was dressing like a little bit too like promiscuous for my age and stuff. And I think she was right. But the thing about me is like, my style is a little bit more refined now, but I've always appreciated tight clothing. And now like as I become more of a woman and my like have grown into like having curves and stuff, I still really like tight clothing. I just do it in a more like upscale way. But long story short, my aunt never liked the way that I dressed, and she got me a subscription to Vogue because she wanted me to kind of see how people were styling things and really tell more of a story with my clothing. And now that I think about it, that's probably like one of the nicest things that she ever did, because it really helped me kind of have a vision for things and know, like, if it wasn't for stuff like that, I wouldn't think like fashion was like a game, like something fun, like a way to express yourself. Like you don't have to take it so seriously. And I would see some stuff in Vogue that would like make me laugh, and then I would see some stuff that would make me like cry, like, oh my god, this was styled so beautifully, like I wouldn't change a thing. So long story short, during that time I was really into fashion and like what designers were doing at the time. And as far as like contemporary, like a step below like super upscale fashion, there was like brands like J. Crew. J. Crew was expensive, but it was like nowhere near as expensive as like shopping at like Louis Vuitton or like Chanel or something like that. And it just seemed like at that time, like J. Crew could like not do any wrong. Like they could do no wrong when it came to like women's fashion. And Ann Taylor was kind of like also in that category for me. I know that was like a really long roundabout like way to say what I'm saying, but this like that's kind of reminds me of that era of like J. Crew, Ann Taylor, New York and Company, Ann Taylor Loft. Like it just reminds me of that time where there was like these really classic like women's wear brands that were like staples if you were like in the workplace. So yeah, I really like this. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna wear it. I might just wear it with some leggings and like some thigh-high boots or like some riding boots too. I just feel like there's a lot of versatility with this because again, you could wear it as a shirt or you could wear it as a vest and wear something underneath it. So and I also liked that it was like kind of like a mock neck. I really have a thing for turtlenecks and mock necks, preferably because they're just a little bit shorter, so I can show a little bit of my neck, and I really like that. So okay. I don't have something like super interesting to show you as far as accessories, but I did like get a few little tiny trinkets. So because I wear my hair like in twist, I found that I have a hard time like wearing hats. So sometimes if I want to like add a little flair to my outfit, I'll take like a bandana and I'll just like wear it, or like a scarf even, and I'll just kind of like do like that half style like that, which was really popular when I was a kid. Like the late 90s, early 2000s, people were wearing like the half bandanas. And sometimes there weren't even like full scarves like this. Like sometimes they were literally brands like selling these cut in half. So you didn't even have that. Like it already came like looking like this and you would just tie it on your head. And it was cool because some of them had even like rhinestones and stuff on it. Like it was like a regular bandana that you would get like from the beauty supply or something, and it had like rhinestones, and I thought that was really cool. I actually wish that I still saw stuff like that. I never see it, but this is just like a DKNY, and it feels like a silk scarf. I wonder if they have a tag on it. Yeah, this is a silk scarf. And you know, there's a lot of different things I could do with this. Like I could put it in like a pocket and a blazer, or I could wear it on my head like I showed you. And I really like the colors because I feel like they really complement each other. Like it's kind of like a periwinkle and like a what, I don't know what this shade of blue is called, but it's a really cool blue and like a cream. Like the DKNY is in cream, and some of it's bold and some of it's like hollow print. So I thought that was really cool. And I'm always looking for a way to add color into my wardrobe because I'm such a neutral girl. So I thought that that was really fun. Next we have this kind of like cap. I only bought this cap because it actually fit my head with twist. So I have a really hard time finding hats to wear when I have my hair like this. I usually can only wear caps when I have like my hair flat or like straightened, honestly, because these just are so thick and so big and take up so much room. But surprisingly, this actually fit, and it kind of gave like retro vibes. I don't know what the hawks are. I don't see, it doesn't look like the Atlanta Hawks or anything like this. So my guess is like maybe it's like a local baseball team or like a little league or something like that, and somebody just donated this because it doesn't have like any team like logo or anything. But it fit my head, and it, like it's black, it's red, it was only $1.99, and I'm like, it fits my head, so I'm buying it. And I think that it's gonna look really cool again when I have my hair straightened and just like have a little pony, you know. I think it just makes things a little bit more casual. My preferable like hat of choice, like baseball, it's just like a straight New York Yankees cap. Like I'm from New York. I know a lot of people are like into the Mets and stuff, but me personally, if I had to choose a baseball team, and I'm not really big on baseball, it's gonna be the Yankees. Like, it's gonna be the Yankees. Like, come on. So that's really all of that. There's not really much to say about this. You guys, I just got a very important text, so I'll be right back to finish this video. I'm back. Okay, last but not least, we have this kind, I think these are, is it a cycling cap? This looks like a cycling cap to me. I don't know if this is, oh, y'all. I really should cut that part out about me saying it wrong. It says running cap. So this is a Reebok's running cap. Still has the tags on it. Brand new. And again, I bought it because it fit my head. And I thought it was cute. I mean, it's like a, I've always kind of been partial to this kind of like coral, like salmon color, because it's like a mixture of pink and orange, and you don't really see this color super often. I don't know why I like this color so much. I really wish that I owned where I live, but I rent. And I'm like, I would love to like paint a wall this color in my house. Like either that or like a mint or pistachio or something. I think that would have been a cute color too, like a mint. But I thought this was cool. I like these type of caps because like the brim is flat, and you don't really see that often. I used to have a, I guess another cycling cap, running cap like this, but it wasn't like name brand. It just had like a really cool like print all over it. And I used to wear that cap a lot. So when I got rid of that, I think I either sold it, maybe I still have it, I don't know. I have stuff at my aunt's house too. But I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this. It just kind of gives like a retro vibe, and it makes things a little bit more casual. So yeah, I basically bought this, and this was $8 and it was 50% off, so I got it for $4. And I thought that was a good price for that. Like, I was happy with that. $4 for a brand new Reebok cap, and it's stylish and it's cool. I fuck with it, I fuck with it. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. let me know in the comments if you would be interested in seeing how I style some of these pieces, because I can do a separate video for that too. And y'all saw how much stuff I got. All of it combined, like every single item, was about $120 something. No. I think all of it combined, honestly, because I think it was like $90 for the second store, maybe like $20 something for the first store. So yeah, it wasn't really that much. It was like under $120 for everything, taxes, everything under $120. So I got a lot of stuff, and I feel like that's really like the biggest perk of thrifting when you go to like a real thrift store. Like, the older it is, the more raggedy it is a little bit, like the better the thrift store is, honestly. Because sometimes when you go in these stores, they like jack up the prices. I've always been a person to support like Goodwill and Salvation Army and stuff, because my aunt's a criminal defense attorney, and I feel like I saw so many of her like previous clients, like when they got back into the job market, as you know, when they were no longer incarcerated, they really had a tough time like getting jobs. So Goodwill and Salvation kind of gave them like a little bit of help getting back into the job market, and some of our clients were eventually able to like start their own businesses and stuff after. So I don't know, I feel like I've always kind of supported those businesses because of that. But at the same time, I really love to support like local businesses as well. So if I can support like a church thrift store or like a local thrift store in any way, I totally do. And a lot of times the prices are better and you're gonna find like really unique pieces. I also would say that like the older the neighborhood, like the more like kind of like unique and like small city type, or like the area that you thrift in also can make a difference. That's all I'm saying. Like, you want to pay attention to like what's going on in the area, what type of people maybe live there, and what type of stuff they might be getting rid of, okay? Keep that in mind, because it's not just clothing that you can thrift. I've thrifted so much stuff for my home. I've thrifted furniture. My mom used to thrift furniture. Like, one of our like biggest and coolest like pieces of furniture when I was younger was like this dining room set that she thrifted. So you know, keep in mind, shop around, look around, and you can get art, everything. Like, thrifting is just basically like buying things secondhand. So if the prices are reasonable to you, go ahead and like take a look. If I know, me personally, if I pass a thrift store and I have time, I'm pulling over, I'm parking my car, and I'm going inside, because I just want to see what they got going on. Because some of them are just trash and I'm in and out immediately, and then you have situations like this where I go in a thrift store and I'm there for 3 or 4 hours, okay? So just have fun with it, don't take it too seriously, and like I said, you know, have in mind what you're looking for, so you're not just going in there like wandering like aimlessly, okay? But yeah, like I said, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye! Happy Vlogmas!
Look at me, where she wanna be. Call me Freaky T, off the leash. I feel like a dog, I get hella free. Keep it P, never needed you, but you needed me. I got cream, make a booty clean, boost your self-esteem. I get tips in the morning, so I feel like baby king. Cause it's black, step on something, so I dress like baby B. I'm cold, cause as a nigga, you know it's giving